Welcome to Anglesey and welcome to a very special episode of Evo Leaderboards. We've got the 992 GT3 RS, the best road and track car money can buy, and this, the more extreme Manthey Racing version. Now this has got 100 grand's worth of extra aero, different suspension, all designed to make it even more capable on a track. But how much quicker is it, and is it actually any good to drive on a circuit? That's what we're here to find out.
If anyone can make the RS even more capable, it's Manthey. They've raced 911s for decades and factory Porsche GT cars since 2013, winning at Le Mans and the Nürburgring over and over again in the process. There's nobody better at making 911s go quicker, and this 100 grand Porsche approved upgrade kit for the RS is designed to push the base car's aero and chassis to new extremes, if that's even possible. We'll have Dickie Meaden setting lap times in both cars later, but first, let's see what Manthey's starting with.
Right, the 992 GT3 RS. What is there to say about this car that hasn't already been said? It's our 2023 Car of the Year, 2024 Track Car of the Year as well. It's the benchmark. And for good reason. It feels absolutely sensational on this circuit. Everything is just so well honed for a lap time, but it's also a joy to just drive. I mean, it feels so hooked up. It gives you so much confidence. It doesn't feel like it can get much better on circuit. Well, that's what the Manthey's designed to do, isn't it? Supposedly offer more than this. I just want to keep driving and driving. Wow. There's so much going on here. We've got adjustable settings for the dampers, bump and rebound, front and rear. We've got adjustable settings for the diff on entry and when you're powering out. But essentially what you need to know is this car feels absolutely intuitive, completely keyed in, and those modes just let you tailor it, just fine tune it. The braking. But it can also play around. It just feels like you're driving a cup car. Revs all the way to 9. It doesn't actually feel crazy quick in a straight line, to be honest. But I think that gives it an even greater sense of corner speed, because you just arrive at corners, brush the brakes and carry all your speed in. You're not stopping and starting like you do in a normal road car. How on earth is the Manthey going to take this any further? I don't know, but that's what we're here to find out. Okay, Dickie, I've just got out of this and I can't figure out how a road car can be any more capable on a circuit, but that's exactly what this is meant to be.
Yeah, the weird thing about this, the Manthey car, is everything's the same fundamentally, but everything's different. So they followed the same route to achieving what the factory did with this car. So they unlocked a load of downforce at the front, which was always the limiting factor with the 911.
Yeah. It's through the bonnet, isn't it?
You've got by flowing the air through where the luggage space was, and then that enabled them to put that ginormous wing on. Yeah. Well, they've just found more here with the dive planes and a bigger, deeper splitter, and they just run the air over the car much more efficiently. Whole back window's gone now, so you can't see anything really out of the back apart from the door mirrors. Yeah. This giant fin is for high-speed stability through high-speed corners. Massive wing with 2 elements now, which still work with the same DRS.
Yeah. You look at that and you think, there's no way a road car can have a bigger wing, and then...
It's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely...
It is mad.
Enormous. And the wildest thing is that it's completely drag neutral, because they've had to keep within all the homologation paperwork, basically, for this car. So there's more under the body as well. There's an extra panel at the front that seals from the back of the splitter to where the main floor on this car starts. Right. The diffuser's deeper at the back. and longer. It's just and.
So what are we talking numbers-wise then? Downforce?
It's about 20% more.
20%, okay.
20% more downforce.
Right.
What else? Manthey normally would swap PASM for a fixed rate or fixed KW passive dampers. On this one, they've completely rethought how they do things. They put their own controller on the PSM, and it keeps all the cool switches and adjustability that this car has. But there's much more distinct modes, so comfort in this is the softest it gets.
But still probably not comfort.
It's all relative,
yeah.
And then you go right through to track, and then you've got much more adjustability. They've got more sensors on the car, so it's smarter and more responsive. So each wheel, it will adjust to whatever's going on in real time. It's different brake pads, different brake lines. It's real fine detail stuff.
So it's like a track day junkie has been given complete free reign over this.
It's like Gran Turismo if you've got all the credits.
Yeah.
You can just
performance points maxed out.
But
it's not an engine exercise or gearbox.
No, they've not touched anything mechanically again because of the homologation stuff. Like all the DRS software is the same. Yeah. So it has the same effect. This won't go any faster on a straight, but it won't go any slower either. So it's purely gains in terms of what they can wring out of the tyres. And what the aero gives you through the corners. So
it's funny though, when driving this, I mean, I feel like the balance of power and grip is way in favour of grip.
Yeah.
So this has got the same power, but even more aero, even more.
It's another leap of faith. I think it's all going to be proportionate.
Yeah.
But it's hard, isn't it? I think we're so used to Manthey being measured at Nürburgring, which is a 12-mile track.
Yeah.
And what's the coastal circuit here? 1.5 miles?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. 100 grand's worth of mods.
Plus fitting, I think.
Plus fitting. To an already brilliant car. This won Track Car of the Year last year, I think it was.
Yeah. 2023. And Car of the Year in 2020.
Yeah.
So one of the few cars that's done the double.
Yeah,
so,
that's it.
Yeah, it's a very tough act to follow, but if anyone can do it, I think Manthey can.
Yeah.
Should we find out?
Let's see.
So we've compared the differences with the standard RS and the Manthey Kit RS, but how does the Manthey Kit feel on track? Well, perhaps unsurprisingly, not as dramatic as it looks. And I think that's inevitable because what we can't forget is that wild though the Manthey Kit looks, it's still based on what is fundamentally the same mechanical package. So the gains and the improvements are always going to be fine marginal improvements here and there. That was the painstaking bit of the whole development process for this car, was finding meaningful gains in a car that's already had the pips squeezed to get all the pace and performance and aerodynamic performance from it. I've driven this car on the road, and on the road it's much more immediately apparent that the car is stiffer than the factory car. But on the track where you've got a bit more load in it, we're in track mode at the moment, and we're in the suggested starting point settings, which is 0 bump and rebound, front and rear. We're told that's the setting that they recommend for Nürburgring, so it's a good place to start anywhere. And I think with speed, the car settles into itself more, so the obvious differences between it and the regular RS are harder to detect. But Manthey's philosophy is to give as much confidence to the driver as it possibly can. So front end grip is improved, but the balance of the car might be shifted forward slightly, between 1 and 2% aero balance towards the front. But they've made sure that whilst the front has brilliant response, the rear will always support that direction change. Clearly somewhere like Anglesey, about 1.5 miles, we're not going to have the chance to experience what this car was really born to do, which is attack the Nürburgring, all 12 and a bit miles of it. But I think there will be sections of this circuit which show where you need that confidence, principally this corner, turn 1, which is much faster than it looks and just requires confidence to commit. But yeah, I think it will be really interesting. Subjectively, I think the differences will be easier to detect than perhaps they will objectively against the clock. But at the end of the day, that's what we're here to do. So let's put some new boots on them and see what they do.
Both cars will be timed on Michelin Cup 2Rs, and the Manthey came with tyre blankets, which the standard RS didn't have, but we did get plenty of time in both cars to prep for the fast laps and get the tyres in the correct window. Before timing them, we'd brim the tanks and put them on the scales, and the Manthey was a tiny bit heavier, but still really close to Porsche's official weight, which includes a 90% full tank. The standard RS is up first. Here's the lap.
Right, how'd you get on?
Bloody hell. 1:11.18.
Okay.
Which feels pretty bloody quick actually. But yeah, it's just having the faith in the aero and having the presence of mind to press the DRS buttons everywhere, because you override the cars. The car has like a safety level built in, so if it feels lateral load and some steering lock, it won't do it automatically, but you can override it at a certain point.
Are you checking in the mirror to see if it's
so
opening and closing?
I can't read whether it's doing it on the dash, but you can just see the wing drop down in the mirror. So yeah, it's such a cool thing to drive.
Yeah.
And just have a little play around with.
Are you tweaking that as you go around the lap, or have you found a setting that you like?
I'm not touching it in the lap. We had a few runs in the morning, didn't we? So we kind of arrived at a good, what feels like a good. You could spend all day driving. You could, it, couldn't you? But
that's part of the fun of it, though, isn't it? That you have this ceiling that you can just tweak it and ebb away at it. Is there anywhere where it feels like it could give you a bit more? Or is it coming out?
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? We've got to drive that. The Manthey kit car and try and go quicker. It doesn't feel like you could go any quicker.
In isolation, it's like, where'd you go from here, isn't it? But I guess that'll take it to a
I'm imagining it'll just be a step everywhere, so it'll just and maybe feel easier to drive in the bits where this is a little bit tricky, but that's what we've come to find out, isn't it? So
cool, right, let's get the next one ready.
Okay.
111.1 for the normal RS is really impressive. It matches the McLaren 765 LT, but the Manthey car is out of this world. It's the second fastest road car we've ever timed at Anglesey, going a fraction quicker than the 1000 horsepower Ferrari SF90 with the Assetto Fiorano pack and the same Cup 2R tyres. The BAC Mono 2.5 is the only road legal car that's faster, and that has one seat and no roof. Incredible.
I'm pleased and yeah, just excited actually at what we found and the relative merits of the cars, because they're really, in most terms, like most comparative terms, they're really close, aren't they?
Yeah. And you get in that and you just think, how can you go any quicker? Yeah. And it's one of those where I think when you try and get a lap time out of it, you might feel those little margins where you're like, oh, I could go a bit quicker there, could commit harder.
Yeah.
And then this brings everything up to the level where it feels like you're the limit, I think. It's about your commitment to the car.
I mean, we should say both cars were on Cup 2Rs.
Yes, yeah.
So the most aggressive Michelin.
Which was sketchy in the wet in the morning.
We typically chucked it down this morning. So we did some running, didn't we? I think the key run here is turn 1, which is a fast left-hander into a big brake hairpin, and then you've got a deep breath, and then there's a really fast kink onto the back straight, isn't there? All of those things. This car does so well. You can just brake that little bit later, or just roll a bit more speed in and get on the power sooner, exit quicker. You're playing with the DRS in both as well.
And 100 grand's worth, I mean, it is a lot. I mean, you could buy some pretty special cars for that much, but I think to improve that, you probably need to spend 100 grand to get that extra bit, because that's already at such a high level.
I think if you're in that league and you use it in the way it's intended, then huge amount of money, but it's a meaningful gain, and I think you'd enjoy the car more everywhere you drove it.
I think so,
especially at the Nürburgring. But come here and it changes the track slightly. Your perception of all the corners changes. No, magical cars.